Oh wow, look at all the little bait fish busting everywhere. Huh. That time of the year, boys. That time of the year. Ugh. All right. All right, let's get this party started. Gonna hit this small lake today. I only brought 4 rods, cutting down, bringing the weight. I got a Defy 13 fishing 7'2" medium heavy. 7 foot 2 medium heavy is a go-to for, you can use any bait with it basically. So that's why I was like, you know what, I have like 4 of these rods, so I'm only bringing 2. So if I gotta tie on a new bait, I'll tie on a new bait. But I had like a cranking rod and all that stuff, a rod dedicated for each type of fishing I did, but decided to just change it. And a lot of these rods you can do, they're very versatile. So this one, we got a 6 cents Respond. This is a heavy action. I usually frog with this, but I throw top water on sometimes, especially when I'm fishing over the top of grass, because some fish like to grab that bait, yank it right down into the tall grass, and that heavy action rod right there will help pull them up. Here's a brand new rod I just got. I love Lew's stuff, so I got the Lew's TP2. It's the rod series, Tour Performance. It's a medium action spinning rod. If you guys ever watch a lot of my videos, I don't really do any spinning rods. And I had a bait caster set up for the drop shot and stuff like that, and weightless Senko, but it was a pain to use, so I ended up getting a nice spinning rod. It's brand new. Haven't used it yet, but I got the 6 cents. Forgot what that's called. Can't remember. But I got that little guy tied on for a drop shot, and I got like a 1/4 ounce teardrop weight down there in the handle. So be my first time using that. Of course, we got the Native Slayer Propel 10 Max. Then we got the Garmin. Basic stuff here. Nothing fancy. I don't have no forward-facing sonar or nothing like that. Would I like one? I don't know, man. My thoughts on it are hit and miss. It's like, yeah, it's awesome to know where they are when you're not catching them, so you can catch them. But that's all part of fishing, you know? Trying to find them. So, get you out there, get you around. But this spot here, I pretty much know where they hang out. I frequent it a lot, so. But we're ready to go. Got 4 rods. That's about it. Sorry about my heavy breathing, but I was just getting out of that trail. And this thing ain't exactly that light. If you guys are wondering, it's like, I think it's like 80 pounds with nothing in it. And then once you start throwing all your stuff in it, it easily gets up to around 150 pounds rigged down. So yeah, I'm gonna see if my for some reason my little, I don't understand why my rudder has been getting stuck up in the air here, but I don't know why. It's one of those things, I guess. It looks like it's dropping down now. I got a rotor to sling blade. I probably got to throw some grease up in there or something. No biggie. Now we got to adjust our seat here to where we want it. There we go. All right. Turn the power on to the graph. Put it on number 1, which is the graph. All right, baby. All right. Finally, we are off. Let's get out of here. All right. Ugh. All right, rudder's down. We got everything. Got to drop this pedal drive down. I think the fish are going to be on the move today. I think they're going to be everywhere, honestly. Wait till this water acclimates. I think the last time I fished this water was 66, 7 maybe, because what happened was for a couple of weeks there we've been getting like really low. Overnight temperatures dropping down in the low 50s, and that messed with a lot of these fish. It pushed them out deeper. So my last few videos I've been fishing out in 15 feet plus deep water, and I mean, you can see a lot of bait fish right here popping off the surface. I could throw top water along them, but it could just be the small fish feeding up, because I don't see any blow-ups. It just looks like little taps. But the thing is, the bigger fish will swim under those guys. So I like to start out the morning, especially when it's like this, maybe a little top water. I'm not gonna get crazy with noise, so like a whopper plopper and stuff like that. I'm just gonna throw this walking bait over the surface. See if these guys are out deep. See if they're up shallow. We got a little slight wind right here. We got a storm front coming in. It's going to be hitting around noon. Right now it is, I don't know, you probably can't see it because of the glare, 6:20 a.m. So we got a few hours to fish here before this storm front supposedly supposed to move in. I don't know, these weather guys have been off lately. They tell you it ain't gonna rain and then it rains. They tell you it ain't gonna rain, or it's gonna rain, then it don't. So I don't know what to go by anymore. I'm looking at the sky. It looks beautiful. I think we're gonna be all right today for a few hours anyway. But right here I got the, pretty sure this is a 6 cents. Just hook my shirt here. I just heard something blow up over there, so I might throw over to our right. Yeah, it's the 6 cents. I think it's the, I forgot the hell, catwalk or something, or I don't know. Got so many names for everything. I just buy them and fish them. But yeah, it's kind of just like a spook, but it's their own shape and color. Does the same thing. Walks super good though. I mean, the walking thing on this is amazing. I'm barely even tapping my tip, and this thing walks like crazy. So, but yeah, we're getting blow-ups everywhere. They're just like little small, like I said, I think the bait fish are feeding. I don't think it's the bass hammering them. So we're just doing a little scouting with our top water here. Last night the water temperature was a lot warmer, or the air temp was a lot warmer, so the temperature of the water didn't drop. So we're sitting at 71.1, which is actually really good. So these fish are going to be everywhere. I already know they are. But I like to just throw around that top water a little bit. Sometimes you get that explosion first thing in the morning. Get your heart freaking going. But I decided to throw that. Right now we got a chatterbait too. So what I'll do is I'll throw these search baits around, right? Because these are a fast retrieve. These things, you just throw them and crank them. So if I throw it out here and I let that thing go down a little bit, right? And I start cranking and I slam into a fish, like I know there's obviously fish in that area, you can actually go over to where you just caught them and slow down a little bit. Use like you can use drop shot, wacky rig, anything slower, Texas rig, And you can fine tune them and get them in between all the weed lines and pockets and stuff that they might be hiding in. This search bait's kind of loud. It's just a chatterbait. So I got the chatterbait making noise and it's cruising through. And if a fish slams it, then I'll know that there's hopefully some more fish in that area. And then you'll be able to just stay in that area with some slower baits and stuff like that. That's what I like to do anyway. I mean, I can go around with a drop shot around this whole lake and find them, but it's going to take a while because you got to fish it super slow to be efficient with it. So bait like this, like a crankbait even, like a square bill or deep, whatever, however deep your water is, great search baits. Help you just find where they are. I just saw that fish actually jump out of the water. So I think there might be bass chilling out below them. So I'm gonna pull this crankbait right through where I saw that blow up. I'm gonna go a little slow, not too slow. And if this don't work, because it might be a little bit too loud, because they're eating like, you know, natural minnows or whatever they got. You know, these guys got bluegill in here, perch, and crayfish they eat. So this might be a little too crazy as far as like a chatterbait, especially early in the morning. So I could easily take this chatterbait, throw it down and get a Texas rig, throw like a worm on it or like a salamander or baby brush hog is my favorite, and bring it through these areas because that smaller profile and less noise and chatter might trigger that bite too. So right now I might be going overkill with this chatterbait, but it was already tied on and it was the next rod in my arsenal. So I got another rod with the Texas rig. We'll end up throwing that too. But I like to throw this search bait. Sometimes you just let it drop too, because it's like 8 feet out there. I mean, I see fish. I know there's fish down here. They're moving. That could quite possibly be bait fish because we're sitting still. So they look big on the screen. But if I was pedaling around, you'd probably just see little specks. That's another thing you got to look out for too. So I think this chatterbait just might be like overkill, especially it's, you know, like I said, it's early in the morning. Well, we got a Texas rig somewhere here, right here. So I got a baby brush hog tied on. This is more subtle. It's not going to make that noise. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of these things. I'm seeing a lot of this bait fish popping. So I'm thinking there's bigger fish down there. I'm not for sure. I don't usually fish right here, but seeing all these little baits popping like this, you got to give it a try at least. But yeah, so I'm gonna, ooh, that was a little bite right there. Oh, I missed him. He hit it though. Definitely hit it. I felt it go pink. You know, and that's another thing too, is there's a lot of grass down there, but there's bluegills and stuff and crappie and rock bass and stuff like that'll hit your lure like it's you'll think it's a bass. But some of them rock bass, man, I don't know if you guys got them in your areas, but they can fight pretty hard and make you actually think you got a small bass on there, but small largie. Right now we're just, yeah, I think these little fish are just eating up over here. I'm gonna actually head out to where it's a little bit rougher and windier on the lake, because I just threw like 4 different presentations through here. I got in one tap and honestly it kind of felt like a perch, because they like to bite the little appendages off your baits. So I'm gonna probably end up just shooting right out right now to some deeper water. Right now I'm only in 7 feet. I'm gonna push out to that 15-foot mark and see if that pattern still holds, being out in 15 feet along weed lines. So we'll meet you guys over there. This place is getting to be pretty popular. It used to be where it was just me and that's who there'd only be out here, but lately I've been coming out and there've been like 4 or 5, 6 guys. So there's one. Oh man, he hammered it. I don't know how he didn't eat it. There he is. Oh, he keeps missing it. I'm gonna let him take it this time. There's somebody over there though. We got somebody home. I think he messed my thing up. He did. So for instance, that guy just slammed it twice, right? But he didn't commit. So I'm gonna throw this again and see what happens. If nothing good happens, I'm gonna end up switching up lures. and rip something through there. It's a little bit more subtle, but he did hammer that. That's moving. That looks like it's moving. It's in his mouth. Ugh. That's a nice one. Oh yeah. Oh, see, and there's that grass I'm telling you about. It makes these smaller guys feel like they're monsters, but this guy actually does. Got the lion screaming. This guy actually does feel pretty dang good. We just got to get him out of that grass. Oh my God, it's actually a decent one. Look at the size of this one. No monster, but good 3-pounder probably. Look how fat he is. Oh, these guys are feeding up well. Look at that. Look at that picture. Look at this guy. He brought up the salad. He brought up some freaking everything. Leaves. That's a nice fish. Look at this, guys. Told you they're fat in here. They're so, like, that's fat. My hand's going. They're freaking butterballs. Definitely eating up well. Oh my God. I love the fall bite guy. And it's not fall, it's late summer, I should say, but it's close to fall time. We're gonna get a weight on this guy. This one's kind of near this guy's eyeball. There, I got it out from near his eyeball. There we go. Nice fish. We're gonna get a weight on it. Alright guys, we're zeroed out. Just took the fish out of the water. Probably a 3. Oh yeah, 310, almost a 4. Look how fat that thing is. $3.11. Look at that, guys. We're gonna put that at number 1. Oh, it went back to $3.11, so we're going to keep it at a $3.11. We'll get this fish back in the water. Oh man, I love these fish in here, dude. They're so freaking clean looking, so healthy. Look at that lateral stripe. Beautiful fish nonetheless. Thanks for playing, buddy. Man, they're beautiful. That is like a perfect, if that thing was like a 5 or a 6, it's going to probably jump. Check it out. There it goes. Look at it. Haha, I love it. That's awesome. Little things like that matter, I guess. All right, let's get this salad cleaned up out of here, get my stuff put away, and try to catch another. We're gonna take off this black and red June bug colored brush hog and throw on this, I think it's called June bug. Yeah, it is. So it's gonna take off this black and red. This is on a 1/4 ounce weight. It's pegged because of the grass. But we're gonna throw on this June bug. I think they make bigger ones of these. I'm gonna look into them. I want to get some bigger, bulkier, but with this profile, because this seems to be a pretty good profile size for in here. Probably small for you southern guys, but up here, these fish really don't eat nothing absolutely huge. Oh, where I am, got a little nick in my line. Hopefully that don't hinder me, but yeah. So we're gonna go with just a little bit more of that flash color, because I don't know if that black and red was doing it justice. So we'll see if this June bug color adds a little more bluegillish feel to it, and see if we get a bite. Oh, we got a bunch of little small bait fish down there. I hear that eagle squawking somewhere. He might be up in that one of them trees up there in that ridge line there. Yeah. Well, let's go try this down tree over here. Fish in here don't really go for this stuff, the structure stuff like this for some reason. It's weird. They'd rather be out in that middle, away from this stuff, most of the time. I mean, I have caught a fish or two off of this, but you'd think they'd be piled up over there. They're just not. It's weird. They never are. That looks like a big snapping turtle head over there. There are a couple of big ones in here. Just seems like, you know, you'd find the bass tucked up in this little crevice or in the trees below it on the side. Nothing. I threw frogs in there, I threw jigs in there, I threw wacky rigs, weightless, everything. I think I've caught 1 or 2 fish out of a couple of years of doing that off this tree. It's just weird how they don't hang out in there. It looks like a prime spot too, because you got a shallow and then you got a deep. You'd think they'd be just hanging in there, but I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I've been out here in the deep water, and I caught that one fish there right in the morning. It's about all I got so far. So I'm almost tempted to beat some banks, but I'm kind of having fun out in the deeper stuff. Bank fishing's fun, but I don't know. This has a super quick drop off coming out of there, so sometimes they can hang up there not shallow and just shoot straight out into the deep stuff, but I've caught a few up off of here. But this weather is probably just really messing them up, because like I said, we had that cold snap for like a week. That temperature was dropping down to the low 50s, and all of a sudden tonight, or last night, it was like 69 or 70. So it's kind of messing with these guys a little bit, I think. Making them do some crazy, unpredictable things here. But so far I've shot to the middle of the lake, went down to this end, not really catching much. I'm probably gonna shut you guys off, chill out, go around these banks, see if I can find anything around the banks, and then head down the other side of the lake and try to fish the deeper water on the other side of the lake. Damn, I was just cranking my chatterbait around here on my way over the other side of the lake, man. This fish came out of the freaking nowhere and just hammered it. Oh. Wow, it's another fatty. Got a freaking noggin on this thing. Oh, nice fish. That is a super nice fish, guys. Wow. Slammed this freaking chatterbait. Oh. Like I said, these guys are short. They ain't freaking long at all, but they're fat. I'm gonna actually put this one on the board here. I'm gonna have to put it upside down because I got it tied to the stupid thing. But we're gonna see what this thing goes here. See, where's one? 1-0's over there. There's 18 over this way. So close her mouth up, hold her tail down. She's pretty good. She's actually 18 3/4. So she's 18 3/4 long. It's actually a pretty good length. I'm gonna get a weight on her. All right, so there's 0. This one goes 3-5, so not quite. Make sure it's zeroed. Yep. 3-5. Hit lock. Put that in number 2. Good. Wow, look at that. 3-5, guys. Freaking so thick. Out here, I don't know, man, probably 10 feet there, just ripping the chatterbait along the top. I wasn't even letting it hit the bottom. let this one go. Beautiful fish. See if we can get it to give us a show. Nope, it's gonna take off. Beautiful. Well, fish number 2. Been out here for about 2 hours, but it seems like they're kind of scattered around. So we're just gonna have to keep fishing all the surface area. I don't know. I didn't really let that chatterbait drop to the bottom, so I'm assuming they're kind of a little bit higher in the water column. Wow, there was that bald eagle again. Love it. That was awesome. There's a lot of weeds up here, tall grass that comes up to the top. That fish just came out of nowhere and freaking inhaled it. I wish I had that recorded. I shut you guys off because I was going to the other side of the lake, and I was like, oh, I'll just throw the chatterbait on my way over. And when that one slammed it jumped out of the water like 2 feet, man. It was freaking sick. Really wish I had that recording. That was awesome. But we'll just keep tossing this around for a while. Different levels in the water column, I guess. See if we can get another one to commit to it. Man, what an awesome bite. I love the way these fish in here are built, though. There's barely, like, I don't think I've ever seen a skinny bass in here. I mean, even the small ones are just plump. And the water level's still way the freak down. I mean, we're talking like 5 feet, 6 feet, maybe even more. Water level's just way down. I guess I got to get my length abilities of guessing the length on them better, because I mean, that was almost a 19-inch fish. That's a pretty good fish anywhere, really. 19-inch length almost, and then good 3 1/4 pounds. So yeah, we're just gonna see if there's any more of them guys around here. Keep doing the same thing. Shoot. Got some super thick grass mats right here. Threw a little punching rig on. See if we can Find any of the big ones down there underneath of it. Tall, tall grass. Still pretty green now. Not really dying off. Which is a good thing. I'm watching bait go crazy over here. Whoa. Whoa, I think something got it. Oh. Ah. Is there a fish in there? Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. That thing was in there. Oh. Punching grass. Punching the grass. Look at the size of that. That ain't huge. But man, as soon as I pitched it down in there, that sucker hammered it. Nice fish. There we go. Almost out there, fella. This Gamakatsu hooks, man, they ain't no joke. There we go. There we go. Look at that. Like a 1 ounce weight to the face. He's got some. He's hanging out down in there for sure. I'm watching all these bait fish just get blown up over here, and I've been skipping it all morning. Decided to give it a shot with a punch rig that I never throw. It's actually my very first time throwing a punch rig, honestly, because I didn't really have the heavier weights. But I picked some up at the Bass Pro and threw it on straight braid too. I don't even have a leader. And that guy hit it, so I'm sure there's more. There's a lot of this grass stuff out here, so there could be more of them out here. I'm not sure, but man, that was freaking awesome. That was an awesome bite. Just flipping that thick grass. I just let it sink. And it just started taking the frig off, man. It's crazy that they're in there, but they are. All right. See if there's any more in there. Little coercion to get down through it, but it'll go. Nothing on that hole. Ugh. Stuff ain't no joke. Good thing I got this thick braid on. I forgot how, I think it's like 50 pound. Something like that. I don't really want to go on top of this stuff. I guess I can. I don't really want to, but kind of pulling me that way. I kind of want to stay right on the edge of it, so probably just scared them all away by doing that. Oh. Freaking pike. Guess you can't get away from these guys. Better not take my chatterbait, bitch. Oh. Got ya. And we got ourselves a little baby pike. There we go. Chatterbait. Good thing he didn't take it. I thought that was a nice bass. That was aggressive, but I was wrong.